Hey everyone, it's me, Tony. Thank you so much for coming and watching my video today. And if you have not already, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Today I'm going to be doing something a little different. Usually I've been posting about my dance and acting and things like that. Today, as I have talked about for like the last year, I think honestly since I started this channel, how I wanted to incorporate my film appreciation into my channel, and today I'm going to start that off by doing my first and final Oscar predictions for this crazy 2020 kind of 2021 year of the pandemic. So I have my notebook with all of my predictions right here and my coffee from my very favorite coffee place today. So let's get into it. So because there's so many categories, I could go on, honestly, forever talking about every single film and every single category. But what I'm going to do is I'm only going to focus on the winner because the Oscars are tomorrow. So I'm going to focus on the winner and the 2 or 3 that might be able to come in and like be a surprise sneak up in each category. So we're going to start with Best Picture. And right now I have Nomadland. I think everyone has Nomadland. It's not a shocker. It's won everything. It's won almost nearly 50 awards. I will be shocked if anything else wins in this category. If anything else wins in this category, it will probably be The Trial of the Chicago 7. Since its debut, it's kind of stayed strong. People have doubted it in some cases, and like it didn't win it wasn't nominated for director, so on and so forth. But if anyone is to win, it would be The Trial of the Chicago 7, other than Nomadland. Then I have Promising Young Woman. Promising Young Woman is so strong, and I'm here for every bit of that. And followed by Minari, which I don't think really has a chance, but it's a beautiful piece, and I'm glad that it's getting the recognition that it's getting. And 5, I had Judas because I loved it so much, but because of the recent surge of The Father, I don't think it's just the BAFTA thing. I think in some categories, I don't think it's going to win, like people are saying, but I think it is experiencing a surge at a great time, so I have at number 5, The Father. But this is Nomadland's category, I think, to win. Followed by Director, which I have never seen a director category so, like, swayed to one person. It's Chloe Zhao. If she does not win, I think you're going to hear gasp all over the world. So I think she's winning. If anyone else could, if this was a different year, I would say number 2 is Emerald Fennell or Promising Young Woman, and David Fincher. People, again, with the David Fincher thing, they're like, oh no, he's out of this. It's like, I don't agree. I don't agree. But again, this is Chloe Zhao's. I've never seen someone sweep any categories with such ferociousness. Now, for the next category, we're going to go to Best Actor. This is not as set in stone as everyone thought it was, and I never really thought it was, just because of the circumstances. I am still predicting Chadwick Boseman to win. I just don't think it's as strong as it once was. People thought it was. I do think Anthony Hopkins has a really good chance of winning, and then followed by Riz Ahmed. I think if anyone else was to win other than those two, it would be Riz Ahmed. Again, so very happy for the other nominees, especially Stephen Young. I'm happy to see that. Next, Best Actress. Nobody knows who's going to win this. If they say that they know, they're lying. Don't believe them. There's literally no way to predict this. Everyone's won everything differently. Everyone has, occasionally, even if it's been a situation like that, people will have their favorite. Like with the Best Actor category, people have their favorite, but then they say, oh, I'm going to vote this way. For example, in the anonymous ballots. But with this, everyone has a different favorite. Everyone's won a different category. Andre Day won the Golden Globe. Somebody else won this. Somebody else won this. I am just going with Carrie Mulligan. I think there's a lot of strength in her film. She has one of the stronger, her and Frances McDormand have one of the stronger films. She has won a lot. She just won the Indie Award. She might have won the BAFTA if she was able to be nominated this year. They did things differently. I'm just going to go there. I think Viola Davis is extremely strong. And I think Frances McDormand could also, it would not be a shock. I wouldn't even be shocked if Andre Day and Vanessa Kirby won. I honestly wish Vanessa Kirby was getting a little more hype. She was incredible. They were all incredible. Best Actress is my favorite category because the women are always bringing it. But anyway, on a supporting actor, Daniel Kaluuya. Director, supporting actor, I guess picture are some of the more solidified categories. Daniel Kaluuya swept everything. He's the only actor to do this year. He's gonna win. If it's not him, maybe Sacha Baron Cohen or Leslie Odom Jr. I'm also happy to see Paul Rashi win at the Indies, and I think this is Daniel Kaluuya's category, but I think he's a little stronger than what people were thinking because he didn't pick up all the precursors. So, Best Supporting Actress. This was the category the entire year everyone was just going crazy about, kind of similar to Best Actress. But after Yoo Jung-yoon won at the SAGs and then BAFTA, it became clear to most people she's probably going to win. I also think she's probably going to win. I'm predicting Yoo Jung-yoon to win Best Supporting Actress this year. Don't completely count out Maria Bakalova. She's still really strong, I think, just not near as strong as Yoo Jung-yoon. I would be happy with either because Yoo Jung-yoon gave a fantastic performance. She would be one of the first, I believe, Asian women to win this category, Far East Asian women to win this category. And then Maria Bakalova, she gave a comedic performance. Everyone's always like, comedic acting is so hard. But every time someone gives a strong comedic performance, everyone's like, oh no, this isn't an Oscar-worthy performance. And I'm just like, can y'all choose? Can y'all please choose? And so I'm happy to see her in this category. My fave, Glenn Close. I don't think she's gonna win this year. I love Glenn Close. I'm gonna make an appreciation video about Glenn Close, but nonetheless, set another record, as she should. Then we are going to go on my next category, Best Original Screenplay. I think it's going to Promising Young Woman. It's a really close with Trial. I do think it has a strong enough edge that I'm going to confidently say Promising Young Woman is going to win. Followed by The Trial of Chicago 7, because you just can't beat Aaron Sorkin in these crime genres. He's got that genre on lock. After that, I have Sound of Metal. Very, very good script. I just feel like there's so much more buzz about Promising Young Woman and Trial, and Promising Young Woman has won so much. Then we have Adapted Screenplay, which is a tricky category. Not really tricky, but I love how diverse the nominees are this year. For example, with Nomadland, it was written kind of on the fly. The Father was a play that was then changed into a movie by the playwright. And then Borat was kind of improvised. And those are the top three I have. I have Nomad winning, The Father a strong second, and then Borat a third. I kind of love that lineup because it's so diverse in like the genre and the way that it was written, came about and everything. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that category, honestly. The next category we have Animated Feature. So it won everything. There's not much else to say. So it's going to win that. I have Wolfwalkers as second and Onward as 3, but probably going to be Soul. International Feature, I have going to Another Round. It got a director's nomination, and that kind of sealed the deal, honestly. I honestly think the lead actor, was not far from getting a nomination. Now, people were talking about this film. I think he was close. I think he was about a 6 or a 7. I know people were hoping for Delroy Lindo, which, I was too. I think, though, the lead actor in Another Round may have been close. So with all that, it's going to be Another Round. Then documentary feature, My Octopus Teacher, as of recent, has just surged. I remember at the beginning of the year, people were talking about The Collective. That's kind of fallen to the wayside. I am going to watch all the documentaries today. I haven't watched them. I've had a hard time watching movies this year with the pandemic and everything going on in my own life, trying to get things together. So I'm going to watch all the documentaries within the next 24 hours. But My Octopus Teacher, the buzz has just skyrocketed. Crip Camp has also kind of boosted a little bit, and The Collective has kind of fallen off a little bit with the buzz. So I actually have for my top 3, My Octopus Teacher, Crip Camp, and then Time, which I'm really excited to watch. Original Score, I'll come back to the shorts. So I'm going to go to Original Score, which is usually one of my favorite categories. As a dancer, I just love listening to the music when I'm watching a movie. And music has such power in telling a story, and I don't think people realize that. but enough of me gawking about scores. I think the winner, again, is going to be Soul. Very excited about that. I believe it's John Baptiste, is that how you say his name? Is nominated, and I'm very excited for him. I think he's going to win. I think they're going to win for score, followed by Mank and Minari. Soul has pretty much won everything, but people are also still talking about the Mank and Minari score, as they should. Mank, I think it functions really well in telling and getting you in that atmosphere of what they were trying to do. And that and the Minari, just beautiful. Just beautiful. It's just beautiful. Original song. Initially, I was thinking Low C because Diane Warren wrote it. But I don't know if she's going to win again this year, y'all. I still don't think they're going to give it to her. She's been nominated like 25,000 times. And I can't wait for her to finally win, but I think it's going to Speak Now. I'm going to predict Speak Now as the winner of Best Original Song this year, followed by Low C. I wouldn't be surprised if there was a shock, but based off of how Speak Now functioned in the movie, how people are talking about it, Leslie Odom Jr. is everywhere. He's nominated in 2 categories, and I think they want to give him something, you know. I love Leslie Odom Jr. I hope he plays like my uncle or father in a movie one of these days. So I would be happy to see him win, and I think he is going to win for Best Original Song. I think Low C might be a close second. And then the song from Husavik, I think, is also, they're doing a really strong campaign for that. And I could see it winning. Sound is another one of those categories where it's been easy. I think it's going to be Sound of Metal. From the start, everyone was just mesmerized about how the sound worked in that movie, and I think it's going to win. And it would be a very deserving win, because as someone who has taken an ASL class and has done ASL a little bit, I'm kind of hard of hearing. Not really, I don't use that identification, but that's a whole other video. We have seen people who, you know, are in that community or have looked into that community a little bit, have seen movies, you know, deal with this type of topic, but nonetheless, I feel like they were excellent in their demonstration and use of sound in this movie to tell the story. So I think it's going to go to Sound of Metal, followed by Soul, which I think it would be the first animated, if it was to win this category, it would win 3 Oscars, and it would be one of the most awarded animated features of all time. I don't think that's going to happen, though. And I have Mank, but I think, and I'm going to predict, Sound of Metal as winning Best Sound. Production Design, Mank. Very easy. Mank has won everything. It's nominated in 10 categories. It's going to win something, I truly believe, and I think it's going to be Production Design. Ma Rainey is a strong runner-up, and then The Father, number 3. Cinematography, I have also another one of my favorites. I just admire what cinematographers do, and I wish I could do something like that. As a dancer and an actor, I wish I could, you know, do that a little better. But I have Nomadland winning, even though Mank just won something. I still think it's Nomadland's to lose. I think Nomadland is going to go home with about 4 or 5 Oscars, and I think cinematography is going to win. I think Mank, though, do not count it out. I would not be shocked if Mank won this. I wouldn't. It was a really beautiful movie, I truly think. And then I have third, Judas and the Black Messiah. I would be happy to see it win more than 1 Oscar. I'm not sure that's going to happen, but the cinematography was strong. A lot of people who are used to film, who aren't, talked about the cinematography afterwards, and I think it showed up in the nominations. Next is Makeup and Hairstyling. Ma Rainey's got this in the bag. If anyone's to win, it would be Pinocchio or Hillbilly Elegy, but Ma Rainey. Costume, Ma Rainey. People are thinking that, like, oh, there's no way this film that was not nominated for Best Picture will win 4 Oscars and all this other. Y'all, I think it's going to do that. I think it's going to change that statistic. I think it's winning costume. I think it's winning makeup. I think it's winning actor. And there's no reason to not believe this. Then I have Emma or Mank possibilities as 2 and 3, respectively. Film editing, I believe, is going to... this is hard. I don't really know. This is another category where it's really hard. I wrote on my paper Sound of Metal, but The Trial of Chicago 7 is on its heels, and I'm thinking about changing it. I think I'm going to predict The Trial of the Chicago 7 as winner of Best Editing. It's so hard because both of them are neck and neck, literally. But I'm going to go with it, and this is my rationale. I think when you watch The Trial of the Chicago 7, as someone who is not as familiar with film editing and how it works as an art, you are going to remember, oh, that was an editing-like movie. Let me vote Trial of Chicago 7. So I'm going to predict it as the winner. Sound of Metal, I've been predicting literally for the last 6 weeks or so to win, so I would not be shocked if it won. Yeah. So I'm going to put that at number 2. And then number 3, I have The Father, because everyone who comes away from that film, they talk about Anthony Hopkins, they talk about the editing, and they talk about the dialogue. Then I have Visual X. It's going to Tenet. I believe it's going to Tenet. I think Midnight Sky is number 2, but I don't think it's going to win. I think Tenet's got it. And I'm glad to see that, honestly. And then the one and only Ivan I have at number 3, but I really think it's between Tenet and Midnight Sky, and I think Tenet has a big enough lead that it is going to win. I was not going to predict the shorts because, like I said, it's been really hard to watch films this year, and I have not been able to watch them like I was last year. But I decided if I'm going to do a predictions video, I'm going to predict all the categories. So for document short, this is basically also, I'm doing this off of kind of buzz, basically. I don't know enough about these categories this year. Even though last year, I believe I nominated all of them correctly. You know, anyway. Documentary short, I have A Concerto, It's a Conversation, as number 1. Number 2, Love Song for Latasha, and 3, Colette. I think, from what I hear, A Concerto is the lightest of the bunch, and it's very well made, so I'm picking it for that reason. Animated short, I have If Anything Happens, I Love You. Based off of who's backing it, they have some monsters backing that film. I love the people backing the film. And it's got a lot of buzz around it. Burrow is the only one I think could burrow in there. And then for the last one, I have live action. It's Two Distant Strangers. I am doing that based off of everyone I have talked to, have seen it, loves it. And it's the most accessible one. And accessibility is important when it comes to predicting these awards. And it's the most accessible one in that, like, you can go on Netflix and watch it now. I'm about to go on Netflix and watch it now. So I think it's going to win. So to recap that, because I was really quick, live action short, I have Two Distant Strangers winning. Documentary short, I have A Concerto Is a Conversation winning. And an animated short, I have If Anything Happens, I Love You winning. And those are my Oscar predictions. Thank you so much for watching this. I had a joy. It was really a joy for me doing this. I love film. I always predict the Oscars. The Oscars is like my Super Bowl. So thank you for being on this ride with me. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be doing more videos like this in the future. If you like, please like, subscribe, and share. Last year, I predicted 19 out of the 24, I believe that's the right statistic, categories for the Oscars. And so I was like, I have to do this. I can't wait to read what you all think is going to win each category in the Oscars this year. Be looking out for more videos coming. I have a couple of ideas flowing around right now, and a couple of things that I've been thinking about talking about, things that I've been thinking about creating. So just stay tuned. And thank you so much also, lastly, for the surge that my Us Dance music video is getting right now. I'm getting a lot more views, a lot more subscribers and comments under that video. I appreciate the love for that. It's been 2 years since I made that video, and I'm so glad to see that you all are still watching it. Please feel free to check out my other videos and stay tuned. Thank you so much, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend and that you enjoy this Oscar season. Bye.